Hello again everyone, Arcblight here, and I wanted to give you an update on some things to expect on Wolcen's full release. So as many people know by now, Wolcen's original release date has been pushed back to February 13th. I think this is a good move for them and not too long of a wait from the original date. A game's release is critical to its survival, and I want Wolcen to have the best chance at a smooth launch. With that said, I still can't wait to experience the additional content we will finally have access to when the 13th finally comes. Let's go over some of these features that are coming to us. So the first thing I'm sure we'll notice at launch is the new character customization and the return of the female option. The customization looks great, and while it may not be the most complex character customization I've ever seen in a game, it's definitely one of the most impressive ones in regards to action RPGs. I think this is a perfect balance of options for a game of this type, since if it was too much more in depth, we wouldn't really notice those types of changes while in game and running around. It looks like it's just enough for me to feel happy with my decisions on my character's appearance. After we create our character, the next thing that many people will notice is the new UI layout. At a glance, I don't think the UI is so different as to cause any visual struggles while we focus on our health and such, but it's a nice change to keep things simple, yet still interesting and convenient. Another thing to note on the UI is only having 2 potions. They decided to stay with 2 as the maximum so that we wouldn't be adding in like a piano style playing to our skill rotations, and I like this change, though I'm sure some people would prefer more complexity to their playstyle, but I like to focus more on my abilities and having potions there to keep my character going in regards to survival and skill continuation. Along with customization, we will have access to at least 100 different dyes within Wolcen's new tinting system, which will allow us to change the colors of our armor and everything like that, and also with that we'll be able to swap armor skins, allowing even more options to how we look. So now let's talk about gems. Gems have been changed a lot, removing random rolled modifiers to keep better consistency with their stats and less sorting needed on what gems to keep and get rid of. With sorting, we can also now stack gems of the same type on top of each other, saving a ton of space in our stash and inventory. Gems will also have 3 different types on them, referring to when they are placed into an offensive, defensive, or support socket, and within each of those types, there will also be 3 tiers. The types and tiers correlate to weapon and armor sockets of matching types. Each tier will alter its specific modifier type, sometimes switching from a percentage added to attack speed to spellcasting speed, or even adding to both instead. Another new system being brought in is crafting. Crafting will have new enhancing items known as ethereal regions. Similar to Path of Exile's differing orbs, we will be able to use these to add and or remove modifiers on gear to try to get more preferred stat rolls. Gems come into play with this crafting system as well, allowing more controlled stat rolls with the sacrifice of certain types of gems within those sockets. You can also re-roll socket types on gear by visiting the jeweler Xanafer Stark. Most regions affect only rare items, with only one region allowing us to re-roll abilities on legendaries, but none of these will be affecting any uniques in the game. Also, a really interesting addition is another gem type known as Genesis Stones. These stones will allow you to roll very powerful modifiers, such as the ability to use a skill that you should not be able to use otherwise, add an ailment stack, and more that will be added at the release. Moving on, let's talk about the skill tree, known as the Gate of Fates, and also some entirely new skills that have been announced. With the Gate of Fates, we will finally have access to the 3rd ring of nodes where the subclass options reside. Mechanics and values are subject to change at launch, but they have shown 12 class choices for us so far. On the 24th, we were shown changes to active skills and the new way that we acquire modifier points, along with 5 all-new skills and their modifiers. We will still gain experience by having them on our skill bar or by using Primordial Affinity, but on release, they are adjusting the values of these to make them match a maxed out level 90 character. Modifiers will be divided into 3 types: minor modifiers that cost 1 mod point, medium that costs 2, and major that costs 3 points. The first modifier point will be given at skill level 5, along with the first 2 skill modifiers to choose from. After reaching skill rank 5, you will gain 1 additional skill modifier point every 6 levels, and 1 new skill modifier every 3 levels. So at level 47, we will have unlocked all of the skill modifiers, and at level 59, we will have gained all of the modifier points. In addition to all of this, each of the 40 skills will have 16 modifiers to select between. So now, with the 5 new active skills, I'll briefly go over the main abilities, and I'll post the modifiers on the screen as well. So first up, we have Anomaly. an ability that requires using a staff or catalyst, and when used will cast a vortex that has 2 area of effects. The first smaller area deals damage over time, and after a short amount of time, the larger effect will pull enemies into the center. The modifiers can alter this further by pulling in enemies multiple times, increasing the area of effect, damaging enemies further during the pulling effect, or simply increasing the vortex duration. Second is Blood for Blood. Usable only with melee weapons, this ability casts a damaging area of effect on the ground that deals more rend damage the lower that the caster's health is. Some modifiers for this can inflict your missing health as damage, convert rend damage into shadow damage, frenzy enemies in the area of effect, or increase the area of effect depending on the number of players that are inside it. For the third ability, we have Lightbringer. With a staff or catalyst equipped, you can charge a sacred spell that deals damage in an area and also teleports your character. At each new charging step, the area of effect and damage increase. Modifying this will grant options such as causing an explosion at the starting position, healing yourself and allies that are in the area of effect, leaving an area of effect that damages after you land from teleporting, or increasing the charging speed of the skill. The fourth ability is Deathgazer Railgun. This skill requires either a bow or pistol being equipped and charges a powerful sniper shot that damages enemies in a wide line. As the shot is charged, the area of the effect narrows and the damage increases. The modifiers to this can grant rage if fired at the first charge level, greatly increasing damage but only allows firing at the max charge, increasing damage if the shot is released immediately after reaching a charge level, or it can have its critical chance increase per charge level. For the final active skill announced this week, we have Dusk Shroud. With daggers, bows, and pistols, we can use this to drop a smoke cloud that grants invisibility and reduces threat. Modifiers to this can add on force shield generation when used, the ability to attack enemies while invisible for a short period, increasing shadow damage when used, or even allowing Dusk Shroud to create an area of effect that grants invisibility to allies and lowers their threat levels as well. So this wraps up everything that I know so far about Wolcen and its full release features. As new details are released, I will continue to keep people updated with future videos. Hit subscribe if you want to be notified about those videos, and be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the content in this video. Also, feel free to check out my stream for even more Wolcen gameplay upon its release at mixer.com/Arcblight. As always, everyone, thank you for watching.